Yeah.
He's the greatest free throw shooter ever.
Okay.
And he shoots it, like I said, if you ever watched before the game, he shoots it from the tunnel. Now, that's what I'm saying. When you see people do stuff that the guy didn't do. Now, if you just want to get in the circle and say, well, he can do this off the dribble, that could be a debate. But when you see a guy shooting from the tunnel before every game,
that's out of bounds, sir. That's out of bounds, sir. I can't even factor that into a basketball game. Shooting from the tunnel is out of bounds.
But I'm saying it's
out of bounds.
It's just how great of a shooter he is.
Yeah, but that's out of bounds, though.
But he can shoot. But I'm saying his range is that far. He can shoot from half court.
Yeah, but that's out of bounds.
It may be out of bounds. He shoots from the balcony.
Listen, I'm not gonna factor in something that's against the rules to make my case. I can't say, all right, man, he's the greatest dribbler. Have you seen him dribble with two hands? That's a double dribble, sir. That doesn't make you a better dribbler than me. You're outside the rules.
Okay, now come on, man. That ain't no comparison. Come on, man. You just said he
can shoot from the tunnel from out of bounds.
How can I use it? You got some great points, man, but that one of them.
It's just like, oh, man.
No, come on.
Oh, man, he can shoot from the dinner table. Well, I mean, we're never going to use that in the game.
You can't do this. Okay, now, dribble with two hands is against the rule. I'm saying the guy can shoot from the tunnel.
And shooting from the tunnel is against the rules as well,
you my cat. You my cat, man. That's as far as that.
No one's practicing shooting from the tunnel because you're never going to use it in the game. Why am I practicing horse shot?
That's just how I know he's going to use it in the game.
You're saying he's a great horse player.
That's just how great of a shooter he is.
No. You're saying he's a great horse player. No one's playing horse in the game, shit, mate. That's just like saying, oh, man, he's a better ball handler because he can spin the ball on his middle finger like the whole Harlem Globetrotters. Sir, that's against the rule. You're never going to use that in the game. What are you spinning the ball? Like, why am I grading you on how you can spin the ball? Did you see Curly Neer dribbling in a circle while he was on the ground? You're never going to do that in the game, shit.
That's not a good example, man.
That's what you just said. You said he can shoot. You said he can shoot from the tunnel. Why do I care? He can shoot from the tunnel.
But that he's shooting the ball. He's not.
Well, guess what? Okay, well, guess what? Did you see when Steve Nash passed the ball off his head on the dunk contest to Stoudemire like a soccer guy? That makes him a greater passer than Magic Johnson because Magic can't pass off his head. You see how silly that sounds?
It's the totality that I gave you a totality of what he can do, though. I've been giving you one example.
Your only example is he can shoot from the tunnel. Who cares? Caller from Ohio, what's good?
What's up, man?
What's up?
Hey, first thing, I'm just going to fall back a little bit. When they were talking about Portland, Portland made the NBA Finals in 90 and 92, so I think they forgot to put that in, talking about how Portland didn't have no team. Right. They made it. Remember, they played the Pistons the year before the Bulls played the Lakers, so they made it in 90 and 92. Portland had a squad.
They did.
And on the take on Luka, I mean, you done broke that down so many times. I don't know what else you got to tell somebody. And he's a good player, but like you said, the league is built around styles, and they're trying to promote people with the style they want to see. And one of the things I was thinking when Russ was getting all those triple doubles, I don't remember him getting past being 6 in the league. I mean, you can help me with that because remember Russ got
his team ranking
3 years in a row. His ranking. Yeah, I don't remember him being past 6. Years.
Yeah, he was a 6th seed almost every time. And
yeah,
look,
yeah, I mean, but now
the same thing I'm saying about Luka and Jokic. I was saying about Westbrook when he was getting. I was screaming at the top of my lungs. Westbrook is not better than Dame Lillard. Dame Lillard is a better point guard. I kept telling everyone it. Like I had just started my podcast back then, and I can show you, I was on Westbrook very, very hard about them triple doubles. I was calling it out just like I'm calling out Luka. Calling it out, man. But go ahead.
No, but I want to say it, but they never, but in fairness to him, they never ranked him higher because he was getting them. But now that Joker and Luka getting them, now they could be 1 and 2, but they never. And when Harden, his MVP year, I don't think Harden's ever been higher than 5th. So,
No. That's the difference with Harden. Harden had some number 2 seed, number 1 seeds one time. I think one time he was number 1 seed over the Warriors one time.
Right, I'm saying they never ranked it. I'm saying they don't give him those rankings like they give the other players when they do that. Okay, that's what I'm saying. And like I'm saying with Westbrook, he didn't get no higher ranking, but when these guys get triple doubles. Now they're the best, but like I said, you never heard them saying West was the best, and he did it 3 years in a row. And I'm not glorified. I'm just saying how they ranking players who doing the same thing is kind of odd to me. Yeah. And then my last one, because I'm from Ohio, so I'm make this quick on this. Steph Curry, the best shooter ever.
You think so?
What makes Steph Curry the best shooter ever is, and if you listen to his contemporaries, they all say he is.
Okay.
A lot of your just your fans, they say, but if you listen to Kobe, different guys, and I'm gonna break down a couple things like the college because he broke down some stuff about the game. Steph will make one of the things that make him best shooter is that he can come off the right side, and this is what nobody can do what he can do as far as where he can shoot it from and how he does. He can come off the right screen, he can come off the left screen and catch a shoot. He can shoot it in the corner. His averages from different places on the floor doesn't go down. Some of the guys you named, it's only maybe 1 or 2 spots they always shoot from. So that's one thing. And then he can shoot from the dribble, off the dribble, on defense, double team, and that's what. And I think calling him the best shooter ever is kind of not giving him the full credit because Steph Curry, it's some clips where Kobe's bullying him. He shoot a 3 right in his face.
Yeah, he does. But you know what? His dad was just as good as a shooter, and everything you just named, his dad was like that as well, and so was Ray Allen. Yeah. But this is the difference between Ray Allen and Steph Curry and their shooting, right? Ray Allen was 6'5", and he also not only had because Steph Curry's quick release and the fact that he don't have to elevate high to he don't have to jump high to get his shot off, and it's a quick release. That's what made his 3-point so dangerous. But you don't shoot mid-range like that. Like, not barely jumping is not a good shot for mid-range, especially because you're going to be shooting them contested most of the time. So his mid-range,
yeah, I mean, no, it's not his
mid-range,
right?
Yeah, he need to be wide open for his mid-range. So his mid-range is not as good as Ray Allen. So we're talking about 3-point shot. We're talking about greatest shooter of all time. It's not just threes. It's mid-range. It's free throws as well. I'm giving it to Ray Allen. I might give it to Reggie Miller over Steph.
Well, I would say this. I've seen all 3 of them. I think a younger Ray Allen because I think Ray Allen. I seen him when he was with the Bucks.
Mm-hmm.
So that was before, of course, Seattle. And then I seen Reggie. Oh God, I seen Reggie. He wasn't young, but it was around the time because Ray Allen left the Bucks in 2003. He was there from 97, 2003.
Mm-hmm.
And I seen Steph 7 years ago. I seen him the last year that KD was there when they had Cousins. And I'm telling you, Cousins was a beast too. Like I said, they didn't, the big man is not respected, but when I watched Cousins play, I seen him against Indiana, he was tearing them up. But like I said, one of the things about with him is that, like I said, the different ways he can shoot it off the dribble or with the dribble that nobody else can do. I mean, a lot of these guys you're talking about, they were just catch shooters. He can shoot it coming off the left screen. He can shoot it coming off the right screen. His percentage doesn't go down. And I'm gonna make this last point.
That's Ray Allen, brother. That's Ray Allen. And look, I got that from. Listen, I got that from Ben Gordon as well.
No, but no,
I got that from Eddie Johnson.
Yeah, but I
definitely got that from Mark Price.
Right, but I'm saying look it up. Their percentages and where they can do it from.
Listen, we just had a conversation about percentages because percentages say that Larry Bird is not in the conversation. Do you think Larry Bird is not in the conversation for one of the greatest shooters? Like when you start,
he's in the conversation.
Right. So, but when you start talking about percentages, I'm saying his percentage on all. It's. Let me say this because it's a lot of when coming off shooting from different places. It's a lot of elements. Ohio. Let me say this.
Okay.
I'm giving you 2 options. You choose which one you want. All right. You have to shoot 50%. Do you want 10 shots or 2 shots to get your 50%? Like you win $1 million if you can get 50%. Do you want to take 10 shots or 2?
Do I want 2? If I had to shoot 50%, do I want 10 shots or 2 shots?
If I said, hey, you have to shoot 50% to win $1 million, but you got an option. Do you want to take 2 shots to get your 50%, or do you want to take 10?
2 shots.
You want to take 2. So that means you can only miss 1 shot, and you got to make that. So if you miss your first shot, you got to make the second one. You want that one. You want that option.
Yeah.
So you think it's easier to shoot 50% with 2 shots than it is with 10?
Yeah.
Okay, sir. I bid you good night.
No, I understand that, but what I'm saying is that what I'm pointing out, not the volume of shots, because that could be debated. But what I'm saying is the number of ways he can shoot the ball is where, if you listen to his contemporaries, they talk about how he can do it more ways than anybody else.
Not Mark Price do it probably the same, if not more.
No, man.
Yes,
look
he
it
does.
up.
Yes,
listen
he does.
to some of the guys.
Mark
I'm saying
Price.
the way.
Mark Price.
They can't. They can't. No. They, like his dad was a catch and shooter. They were more spot up shooters. Steph can shoot off coming off those screens, and it's only just like what did Isaiah?
I'm gonna go on a limb and say this. Not only is Mark Price a better 3-point shooter and a better shooter than Steph Curry, Mark Price is a better player than Steph Curry. He played in a tougher era.
I agree.
Right? And he was the same player in a tougher era.
But he didn't shoot off the dribble though.
Yes, he did. He shot everywhere.
He didn't shoot where Kobe Bryant is. And you know what? I can respect anybody's opinion on who they think is better. I'm just saying. I'm just giving my point of what I know and what I see in basketball. And like I said, the dude shoots from the tunnel. The dude shoots it from in the stands. Mark Price, nobody want to do it. And my last point, you said the free throws. He's the greatest free throw shooter.
Lord,
so he's 40, 50, 90.
Craig
so
Hodges.
that means he had,
Craig Hodges.
But from the tunnel?
Craig Hodges is a better shooter than Steph Curry too.
But I'm saying when I agree with the eras where you can't really make a player who's in a softer era better than a player in a harder era. But when you see something they're doing that the player is not doing, though, that's my thing. If I see something a player in this era is doing that the other player never did, then that's when I think you take it in consideration. Now, a lot of players are just doing the same thing. They're just doing it at a high volume, like what the guy said with Bird having less 3-pointers than Draymond. Well, you can of course that Draymond's a better shooter, but
no, you think Draymond? You said Draymond's a better shooter than Bird?
No, that's what I just said. I said no. That's not no. That was my point. Is that he's shooting? I'm saying he's shooting more of them, and I'm saying that of course Bird is a better shooter, and because Draymond gets more attention how the game is, and plus they're leaving Draymond open. He's getting them attention for a reason. Correct. But like I said, the guy, what you said, he's the greatest free throw shooter ever, right? And you just mentioned that. That's your true percentage at the free throw line. You mentioned that yourself.
Yeah.
He's the greatest free throw shooter ever.
Okay.
And he shoots it, like I said, if you ever watched before the game, he shoots it from the tunnel. Now, that's what I'm saying. When you see people do stuff that the guy didn't do. Now, if you just want to get in the circle and say, well, he can do this off the dribble, that could be a debate. But when you see a guy shooting from the tunnel before every game,
that's out of bounds, sir. That's out of bounds, sir. I can't even factor that into a basketball game. Shooting from the tunnel is out of bounds.
But I'm saying it's
out of bounds.
It's just how great of a shooter he is.
Yeah, but that's out of bounds, though.
But he can shoot. But I'm saying his range is that far. He can shoot from half court.
Yeah, but that's out of bounds.
He shoots from the balcony.
Listen, I'm not gonna factor in something that's against the rules to make my case. I can't say, all right, man, he's the greatest dribbler. Have you seen him dribble with 2 hands? That's a double dribble, sir. That doesn't make you a better dribbler than me. You're outside the rules.
Okay, now come on, man. That ain't no comparison.
Come on, man. You just said he can shoot from the tunnel from out of bounds. How can I use that?
You got some great points, man, but that one of them.
It's just like, oh, man.
Come on.
Man, he can shoot from the dinner table. Well, we're never going to use that in the game.
You can't do this. Okay, Mel. Dribble with 2 hands is against the rule. I'm saying the guy can shoot from the tunnel.
And shooting from the tunnel is against the rules as well.
You my cat. You my cat, man. That's as far as that.
No one's practicing shooting from the tunnel because you're never going to use it in the game. Why am I practicing horse shot? We're not playing. So you saying he's a great horse player?
How great of a shooter he is.
No. You're saying he's a great horse player. No one's playing horse in the game, shipmate. That's just like saying, oh man, he's a better ball handler because he can spin the ball on his middle finger like the whole Harlem Globetrotters. Sir, that's against the rule. You're never going to use that in the game. What are you spinning the ball? Like, why am I grading you on how you can spin the ball? Did you see Curly Neer dribbling in a circle while he was on the ground? You're never going to do that in the game, shit, man.
That's not a good example, man.
That's the exact. That's what you just said. You said he can shoot. You said he can shoot from the tunnel. Why do I care? He can shoot from the tunnel.
But that shoot, he's shooting the ball. He's not.
Well, guess what? Okay, well, guess what? Did you see when Steve Nash passed the ball off his head on the dunk contest to Stoudemire like a soccer guy? That makes him a greater passer than Magic Johnson because Magic can't pass off his head. You see how silly that sounds?
It's the totality that I gave you a totality of what he can do, though. I've been giving you one example.
Your only example is he can shoot from the tunnel. Who cares?
I said he can shoot. Okay, listen to the pros who know what
Michael Jordan. Michael Jordan never missed. Michael Jordan never missed. Ben Gordon never missed
from the corner.
Listen, Ben Gordon never missed the 3-point barefoot. Is that useless or is that part of the debate? Like, who the heck cares about the tunnel, bro? That's what I'm trying to get through your skull. It's the tunnel. Who cares about the tunnel? Who's shooting from the tunnel?
That's the totality, dude. That's the totality of his talent. That's not my only example.
Spell totality.
That is the totality of what he could do.
Spell totality.
And what I'm saying, what my point was, when a guy can do something that other guys you never seen them do,
no one wants to do that.
You can grade them in a different era.
That's the point. No one wants to do that. Just because you practice. No one wants to shoot from the tunnel because you don't use it in the game. Just because you can do that don't make you a better shooter than me.
What I'm saying,
I don't want to do it. That's just like hold on. That's just like listen. No. That's just like when people say, "Oh man, LeBron won a championship on 3 separate teams." What superstar want to be on 3 separate teams?
That ain't the same example though.
It is the same example. You're doing something that no one else wants to do. And you're trying to grade that and say that makes them better than someone. Just because you can shoot, no one. Now, if everyone was trying to shoot from the tunnel and nobody could do it but Steph, then that'd be great. But if Steph is the only one practicing tunnel shots, why the hell do I care about a tunnel shot?
Okay, well let me say this. He started shooting from the half court line, and everybody started trying to do that.
Nope, I haven't seen nobody doing it in the game. I haven't seen nobody run a play for a half court shot yet. Those are heaves.
I've seen him shoot from half court in the game.
In desperation, shipmate. Nobody cares.
No, I think pull up him a few years ago against Detroit. He shot from the mark.
You know what we call that?
He shot for almost half court in the Olympics.
You know what we call that? Bad basketball. If the best shot you can get is from half court, go sit down. Have several seats. In the 90s and early 2000s, we would sit a player down like that. Because your best shot that you can get is a shot that we usually take with 1 second left on the clock in a half court heave before halftime. A real coach don't want that shot.
He don't heave it. He shoots it.
And that's why he had to get Kevin Durant to come and help him get rings because he plays a lot of bad basketball. He's careless with the ball. He's careless with the ball. He don't have a good handle on the ball. He turns it over a lot. He just lollygags with it.
I agree. I agree. He turns it over a lot. I'm not going to cap for the guy, but he didn't need Kevin Durant to get a ring.
A physical defense showed that he had a slip on under his jersey.
No.
Yes, he did.
No.
He choked up a 3-1 lead. He can't eat daggone cornbread without getting choked. He choked up a 3-1 lead because they got physical and defense in Cleveland. And he lost. And he went and got Kevin Durant, was like, please help me to get these 2 more rings.
He didn't need Kevin Durant. He made the 4 finals without him. How many Kevin make without him?
No, he didn't.
He didn't make the 4 without him.
No, he didn't.
Count him.
No, he didn't. How many finals has he been to?
6. He made 4 of them without him.
He ain't been in no 6 shit, mate.
He been in 6, man. He was the first 2, and then he made it 3 more when Durant was there. And then he just won the 1 and 22. Kevin Durant was only a part of 2 of them. Kevin Durant didn't make it halfway through the playoffs.
Kevin Durant was part of 3 of them, shit, mate.
No, Kevin Durant went out in the semifinals. in the last one.
And he came and played one game. Really, the only
He
game
made
they
it.
really
He
won.
made it without him. He went through Houston without him when it was 2-2. He finished off Houston and then he beat Portland.
He went through Houston without him. Oh, he got through one round. Jordan Poole got
2-2.
Jordan Poole got through a round without Steph Curry 3 years ago. Come on, we rewarding people for getting through a round. Jalen Brunson got through a round with Dallas without Luka. Are we rewarding people for getting through a round? Really? Y'all just giving away accolades.
We reward
y'all
them
giving away accolades, man.
We reward them for building a dynasty. That's what we reward them for.
The dynasty was over when he choked that 3-1 lead. Kevin Durant came to save the dynasty.
No, that's talking point.
The dynasty was over. This is coming from Draymond Green's own lips. He said we were done because you know what was about to happen? They wasn't going to re-sign a lot of those dudes after they lost that championship. They was about to break the team up. The first person out of there was Harrison Barnes.
Okay. Well, okay. You give
listen, man. Listen. Steph is not gonna let you hit. You don't have to come here to put on a cape and try to save this dude. Call a spade a spade. It's okay. You can call a spade a spade. Kevin Durant saved the dynasty. It was about to break it up. He got to a finals. He played a Cavs team that didn't have no Kevin Love, and then Kyrie Irving got hurt in the first game, and they won. The next year they got to the finals, and guess what happened? The Cavs was healthy, and they choked the 3-1 lead. They realized they was never going to beat a healthy Cavs team again. They also realized that James Harden and Houston was coming on strong, and they realized that Kevin Durant and OKC was coming on strong. If Kevin Durant would have stayed with OKC and got one more helper or stayed the same, I'm pretty sure they beat the Warriors the next year. The Spurs with Kawhi Leonard was strong. So the Houston Rockets, the Spurs, and Kevin Durant and OKC, they were going to eclipse Golden State. Golden State was breaking that squad up. Draymond Green would have been gone or Clay would have been gone. Kevin Durant had an option. He could have stayed with OKC or he could have went and joined Harden in Houston. Harden almost beat the Warriors by himself with KD. What you think they would have done if KD would have joined Houston? That's how fidgety that timeline was with the Warriors. It was based on what Kevin Durant was going to do. If he would have stayed with OKC and came back strong and beat the Warriors, great possibility. Or he could have went and joined the Spurs with Kawhi, or he could have went and joined Houston with Harden, and then the Warriors are done that way. It was over. It was over.
State War jersey on.
But I appreciate the phone call. You do this every time you call my show. You do this every time you call my show, man. You come in and you cap for Steph Curry.
You cap for Steph Curry. But I be spitting facts, man. I'm spitting facts. Everything I told you was a fact. It wasn't hypothetical. He came to a place where he know he could win. And he came and he got on Golden State's bus. Okay. So when you on my bus, that means you are on my team. He's on Steph's team. Okay. And one of the reasons why he got so much liberty in the first year is because he was only signing 1-year contracts. Did you know that?
Are you finished? I'm about to move on to the next.
I'm just saying he was, and I don't take nothing away from what he did, but he was. I mean, I'm not taking nothing away from his play, but one thing they had to cater to him because he was only signing for 1 year. That's why he. And then remember his second year, he had to opt in.
Let me know when you're done.
I mean, we always had this conversation.
And you always get cooked.
Yeah, I get cooked, but I enjoy the show, man. But you know I'm right. You know I'm right, and I'll catch you next time.
All right, brother. Thank you, man. Thanks for the call.
All right, man.
All right. There you go. That man love him some Steph, boy. You better not say nothing about my king.